practicing with your pre-health advisor or pre-OT advisor is not wrong. It's just super dangerously incomplete. And for the next few minutes, I want to show you exactly the pieces that you're leaving out, the other 60% that happens in the school interview. Because the standard interview prep advice, the common questions, the rehearsed answers, the practice delivery, is preparing you for a test that OT admissions committees might not be giving. And understanding that decision is the most important thing I can tell you before you ever go on an interview. Standard interview prep covers the Q&A portion of the interview. Tell me about yourself. Why do you want to be an OT? The challenge you overcome. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Those are pretty common. And those questions, there's lots of coaching around them. And so the preparation is not wasted. But here's the part your advisor almost never covers. There's a group activity. And many OT programs include a structured group component where applicants have to work together while committee members observe the clinical what's happening. The topic is almost never the point. They're looking at the group dynamics. They're looking at how you handle being in a group, and are you being professional? The on-the-spot writing sample. This is appearing in a lot more programs, and there's really 2 reasons. AI-generated application materials, and the fact that documentation is a clinical competency. So most applicants are starting to encounter something they are not necessarily prepared for. There's also a clinician in the room. Many interview panels are now including clinicians with faculty, and their lens is completely different. They're looking to see if you have the skills that are grounded that make you a future clinician. And let's not forget this one, the mutual interview, the moment when you're supposed to be interviewing the faculty back. Most applicants treat this as one-way evaluation and miss one of the most powerful opportunities you have during the interview. So let me show you exactly what preparation for each of those components looks like. Because once you understand what is being evaluated, then you can prepare even more, and you can be a little bit more specific and just a little bit more effective during your interview. The group activity is evaluated through clinical observation. Committee members are watching professional behavior, not intellectual performance. Who leads naturally versus who performs leadership? Who listens actively versus waiting to talk or talks too much? Who manages disagreement? Who's the quiet one? The preparation for this is not an answer rehearsal. It's genuine collaborative practice with honest feedback. Before your interview, have a collaborative discussion with people who will give you real feedback on your group behavior. Not your idea, how you act, how you listened, how you led, how you handled disagreement, how you presented who you were. That feedback is more valuable than any answer that you could prepare could do. The writing sample preparation is different than probably that you're preparing for, and it requires you to start thinking earlier than you realize. The on-the-spot writing sample cannot be prepared through content memorization. You do not know the prompt in advance, and that really doesn't matter. What you can prepare is your writing process under pressure. 3 times a week for 3 weeks before your interview, set a timer for 15 minutes and write about a clinical observation topic without editing during that writing period. Evaluate each session against these 3 criteria. Is the thinking visible? Is the language specific? Is the voice professional? That practice develops the ability to produce clear, specific, professionally voiced writing under time pressure, which is exactly what the writing sample is evaluating. And if your personal statement was written or significantly edited by AI, this preparation is not optional for you. The gap between your AI-generated polish and what you produce under time pressure will be visible and significant because they're looking at both. Here is the preparation most applicants have not considered, and it creates one of the strongest distinctions that might be available to you at your OT interview. Most applicants think about the interview as a one-way evaluation. The strongest applicants treat it as a conversation. For each program that you're interviewing with, research a faculty member's published work and prepare it with a genuine question about it. Research the clinical placement. See where the students are going and how it shapes the kind of graduates the student is producing. If a clinician's going to be there, check out their specialty area and prepare a question about current practice trends. These questions communicate specific research, genuine professional curiosity, and understanding that is mutual professional conversation. They also create exactly the kind of exchange that committees are listening for. The complete interview preparation picture has 4 components. Develop your thinking about your profession and your place in it. Not prepare your answers, develop your thinking. Practice collaborative group behavior with honest feedback before the interview. Build your timed writing practice at least 3 weeks out. Prepare specific program research and questions before each interview. That preparation might cover that 60% that you might be missing and add to the 40% your advisor already covered, and you'll walk in prepared for anything. If you want more preparation and more hints about OT application or the interview or the process, check out my school community, OT Student Leveled Up. Or if you want direct engagement with me and you want to talk about your application, you can also do that in some groups that I have. And those sessions, the link to OT Student Leveled Up in the school community and my group sessions available on my website, are both found in the description. Very good luck to you on your OT application.